congratulations to DJ Kato. As a ministry, we have supported you and we are very proud of what you are doing. And as a ministry, we will continue putting something to make sure that we succeed. As a fellow father, and may God bless you. Thank you very much. I am DJ.
There's a video I did where when Kithure Kindiki stood to give a speech somewhere in Kalenjin land, the people who attended that function actually walked out as Kindiki just started speaking. That shows that not only Kenya, these other part of the country, but also even where William Ruto comes from, in Uasin Gishu, things are not the same again. Now, you've now seen that is the gentleman called Kipchumba Murkomen, the former senator of Eldoret, the current CS of sports, whom the moment he stood to speak at that function in Eldoret, the crowd, and to be specific, the youths who were in attendance, start shouting that let him leave the speech. They didn't want to hear anything from him. That's going to form the basis of this analysis here today. But before kindly I do so, if this is the first time you're watching our videos, kindly make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. For those who've been supporting my channel through my number and M-Pesa, thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you abundantly. Now let's proceed. Now Kipchumba Murkomen was invited in this function. It was a function that was purely Kalenjin because the people who were in attendance, the audience were the Kalenjin. The artists were Kalenjin. So basically what was there, it was just a get-together for some Kalenjin people. And now Kipchumba Murkomen, being a young leader and also from being part of that region, he was invited and actually now given a chance to speak as a sign of recognition. Rosafi. But now the people in attendance who are the youths who participated on 25th June 2024 protests who are there presently and ensure that Kipchumba Murkomen does not give any significant speech on that particular day. He pretended that things were okay. He gave a very short speech, danced slightly, and then left the show. That shows that it is not the same again. And I've been always telling you guys that the youths of this decision of this country have already made a decision that William Ruto is going home. William Ruto is going home. And they need just some slight backup from either Kikuyu Nation and these other older generations so that at least we can have a significant amount of votes that William Ruto is not able to steal with these people. Now, why was Kipchumba Murkomen rejected? The first reason in my line, it is that, first of all, being an ally and a close associate of William Ruto. That is an automatic reason as to why he had to be rejected. Because as we speak right now, if William Ruto is doing anything wrong, somehow Kipchumba Murkomen is the mix-up. Is in the mix-up. If you look at it closely, when we had the issue today with Adani, they are saying that Kipchumba Murkomen was the one who was bribed by the Adani people, given billions of money. So they're using the same billions of money to do their own stuff and then go to hungry people to go and speak nonsense. They have to be rejected. That's the first reason. The second one, if you remember the Gen Z protest that we had in 25th June 2024, one of the people whom the Gen Zs and millennials wanted out of office, it was Kipchumba Murkomen. Why? Because Kipchumba Murkomen was one of the people who was accused as the most corrupt leaders that we have in William Ruto's government, the Kenya Kwanza government. Because of the flashy lifestyle that he has been living, wearing belts of almost 100,000, wearing a watch of millions of money, moving up, right, left, and center, going up Dubai like it is just going to Nairobi and Kawangware to Nairobi town. Accused of getting 200 million in, being caught with 200 million in Dubai. Accused of flashy lifestyle, being the person who does dirty work for William Ruto. So people said automatically that this is the guy who should be out of the cabinet. But when time came for William Ruto now to clean up his cabinet, he returned Kipchumba Murkomen back to his docket. That going against the will of the people automatically made Kipchumba Murkomen an enemy of the Kenyan youths because he was in the top of the list. On the top of the list, when people were saying he should go home, all cabinet secretaries should go home, he was one of them. Now, to remind you slightly, Kipchumba Murkomen is now holding the docket for sports. And as we speak today, in this particular docket of sports, since he came into office, it's like we don't have a cabinet secretary under that docket. I want to say that somehow, Abamna Mambo, though he was a PR guy, at least we could see some 1 or 2 being done, some inspection here and there. But to Kipchumba Murkomen, since he came into office, he has been the same guy doing the same things, just relaxed, just as he was in the transport sector. Let me remind you slightly how he operated in the transport sector. In the transport sector during his time, we had huge accidents occurring in the country. The leakage at the airport, where he promised not once, not twice, that he's going to fix for once and for all, only to come up with a dani. Because they did not fix a leaking roof. This is the gentleman who came up with a task force to investigate the leaking roof in JKIA. They went ahead to sack a CEO there, or maybe a top leader in the JKIA, simply because they wanted to meet their selfish interests. And as we speak today, the airport that we speak right now, it's not in good condition. So it did not fix anything. We can't remember Kipchumba Murkomen from anything that he did during his time as the Transport Cabinet Secretary. Not even one. We can't say that during your time, we achieved this and this and that as a country. Which means that he didn't have any track record that was to propel William Ruto to make him a Cabinet Secretary under sports again. So therefore, it is very clear as we speak today that William Ruto has ignored the interests of Kenyans, and now those whom he brought into power by force are facing the consequences of the people. So therefore, it is very clear that the ground has shifted from William Ruto, and the youths of this country have already made a decision that they are not going to vote for William Ruto. They just need an alternative name. And that's how we see that if you look at the people William Ruto elected and appointed as cabinet secretaries, and then try to see what he can achieve in his 5-year tenure, there is nothing significant William Ruto can do in 3 years to come, because all that is doing are just self-centered, to fit the brave, the friends, to ensure that they are rich. He is rich. He has all it takes to be the richest person in Kenya, and the Kenyans to keep crying, taking Kenya to the worst part of this country, of this era. Basically, as we speak now, it's very clear that the ground has rejected Ruto and his people. To make it more significant, if Ruto was targeting 3 million votes from Kalenjin land, as we speak today, William Ruto must recalculate. Why? If he's targeting 3 million votes, if the youths vote against him, probably even if it's let's say even 1 million only, vote against him, William Ruto is going home. The tribalism that is going to be spread in 2027, I'm not sure whether it's going to be bought again. Perhaps the baby boomers, those older generations, might be able to buy tribalism, but the fact remains that the youths of this country are fed up with the tribal sentiments, tribal plans, and the tribal tactics that people have been using. Yes, tribe might come in at some point, but the fact remains that the youths are going to vote against William Ruto immensely. I don't know what is your take as far as Kipchumba Murkomen rejection in Eldoret is concerned, but kindly let me see your opinion on the comment section, because that is the best way you can always engage this channel. My name is Abel Mukwa. See you next time for more videos, for more analysis. Please make sure that you engage me as much as you can. My number is always on my bio. The house also share here. That one for in person. You can as well call so that we engage as a team. See you next time for more videos.